Hello, guys. Welcome back. I am on the Chicken Craft server, as many of you could have guessed, and I want to talk to you guys about something. So, I am a candidate to join Clock Life Season 4 at the time. But as you may have recalled, I was in Clock Life Season 1 and Season 2, but not Season 3. So, how did I get back in? Well, today I'm going to be talking to you about how to get into Clock Life through an application because it was the application that won me over and is the only reason why I am a member today. This first short bit will be for return members that were in previously in the series and just didn't get into the next one. Now, there is a main reason why you didn't get into the next series. There always is. All right, but for returning members, they've already expected a lot out of you. So you best better be betting that you need to put some change in yourself and get ready to join the next season. So some things you might want to put in your app is how much you've changed, how you can fix it, but you don't want to say how per se. You want to make them feel like you've already fixed it. But genuinely, do not lie, or else you will not go back into the next season. Like when I put my application in, I I did not lie. I just said the truth. I put why I got in and some references on how I did this in the past to get back in. Right? For example, the reason why I didn't get put in, or a reason at least, that I didn't get put into Timed Life was the fact that I was mostly inactive for portions of Swap Life. Now, I could make the next season times. However, I needed to put some effort in that I would stop being inactive. So, for example, here's stuff that I did. So, what I said was have I took references from Clock Life as I was the leader of this massive atlas. Because I was basically the leader of our team, which was in an alliance with two other teams, which were really tight. So I was like the leader of this head thing. And for my final death, I was in. I got 12v1 to death, and it was really annoying, but it was also proof about how people thought of me. Now, if you didn't get in, if you only played in one season, it's gonna be hard. But if you played in multiple seasons, then I'd suggest using references from the first season you played in because that'll have the better references because there was probably a reason you didn't get in for the timed life aspect. Right. Now I'm going to say the biggest tip to getting in. If you put an application out and you genuinely think you could have gotten in, ask Simon why. He is he is totally fine with doing it because it shows that you want more. Ask him why, and he can tell you why. That way you know what to fix. Now, the other problem with me was that I was a big yapper. I was loud, and I was not loud per se. I was just yapping and annoying and squeaky, but I can't fix the squeakiness. So I put some. So what I did is I said I have changed. I am not annoying, and I have like made a huge difference on the server because of what I've done. Now, if you can, now you have to actively be doing it though. It, so now for the next portion, you need to be friends with some of the new people. Like, I get it. If you were gonna pass season, already friends with a lot of people. However, if you didn't get into that next season, there are new people who you need to make friends with. All right. Now, for the new people that actually got into the series, I'm not trying to put a target on your back, but you might be seeing a lot of stuff. Like, try to be like get in a good relationship, right? So I was in Clockwork season 1, season 2. I wasn't in season 3. However, I am on the Chicken Craft SMP, which has many of the players that are in Time Life. Of the original cast, it had every single person was in Time Life, and only a couple of them are returning members. I think it's literally just one or two. So I'd recommend getting some references because that will generally just give you a better chance. Best way to do this is through mini rounds. However, if you join an SMP with lots of people, like I did, morale will go. It'll be like you'll do better. Like I was pretty lucky because I got relationships with some of the members that are like not as well known. Like Hydra, I was a swap mate in Swap Life. Reynold, I was one of his teammates. But it really helps to know people. It was also easier for me because I've been in the mini rounds community for over a year now. So, main thing that is so just do all of this and you'll get in. It's literally that simple. Like, well, it's not. I'm guessing the applications are gonna go up, but overall, if you do these steps, it'll get simpler. Now, all right, I'm gonna talk about the new players now, because they all it. Although I'm not a new player, it's hard to be a newcomer into the season because you have all the people that weren't in that one season trying to get back in, all the seasons from the one that just happened to get back in, and from all the past seasons just to get in. And they will do anything it takes because they know the fun that Clock Life has to offer. Right? You can do these for any application, just by the way. So for the new people, you need to make sure that you get off with a good start. All right? If you're new, you have to play at least some like mini rounds and stuff. Whether that be like on a different server, or you have to know some of the people going in, and you desperately have to know Simon, Wizard, Ben, 15, because ultimately those are the ones who decide who you're in. Take as well, like Blake. So how would new people who haven't been in a season yet get in? Well, if you've applied before, you can use the method of just knowing what you did wrong and fixing that. But if you're like new, haven't applied once, make sure your name is known. No, you must be known. What you're good at. Now, in an application, you don't really want to put things you're bad at. However, if it's like a subtle bad thing, that you could, if you put that in, that's good. Just as long as it doesn't affect your application in any way. That just proves some honesty. All right? But you must be known. Make a long application, is what I would do. Unless you are well known by the community, you better have a long application on why I should be in and why I should be in over others. Because ultimately, why you should be in over others is probably the most important question in this to getting in. Short answers will make or break it for you. But ultimately, it's what you put into your application. Honest, but don't put anything too bad in about yourself. They'll figure you out as time goes on, and they'll know the things you're bad at. But you should know by then how to fix it. it you're gonna want to put in a long application and like get to like if your application is really nice and like good and stuff, you'll get in. But there's some downsides to it. There's a couple other hidden features that only Simon knows about. But from a viewer's perspective, getting in is tricky. There last I had a 20% I had an 8% chance. 20 out of 249 applications to get in. And it was better for me. I had a higher chance because they knew me. But ultimately, that's why I didn't get the time life. But so, what can I do to get in if I'm new? They don't know me. They don't know you. You better go. Get some advice. Write one of the best things you've written in your life. Applications are intense nowadays, and ultimately, only the best get in. Many people made application videos. Only like two of them got in. But if you want to put in the effort, go for it. If you don't want to put in the effort, I don't think you'll get in. Ultimately, it just takes knowledge if you're new. You can't really show up for a first time and applications are out the next day. Write an application, say, here's all this stuff about me, and just go with it. You have to know it. You have to know. There's only one instance, one person that got in that no one knew and were selected to be a candidate. Now, there will be debate. So if you're in that series, don't screw up. But for new people, just write from your heart, make it long, and stuff about you, and like act on it. You know, say what I do, but don't do anything that is obnoxious, annoying, or just bad. If you write a good application, there's a good chance of getting in. But we're hoping that maybe more will happen. And you just gotta write, and just be like, just prove that you're good. Prove everything. You know, it's all in what you write. That ultimately is how you get chosen. That application is your only chance to getting into one of the funnest series that you'll ever be in. It is my favorite series that I have been in, and it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot more funner in the videos than many other series. And the community has increased so much, and it is so good. I feel like Clock Life is the number one application and the number one fan made life series. Period. The biggest thing. But you have to make sure people know you, or else you won't get in. Interact with the community. Be your best. I suggest being easygoing. No one likes super serious people. And don't get overly mad. Anyways, that's basically the application video on how you can get in to Clock Life. Just like I did.